I remember when I was a little boy, I was about 9 years old, and we were rounding up cattle, and they had gotten into this very swampy place, this pond, and it was full of water moccasins, cottonmouths. If you don't know what that is one of the ugliest, stinkiest, meanest vipers on North America. They're nasty. I was about 9 years old, and my dad said, "Boy, go in there and get them." And I wanted to show my quality to all the men that were working with us. I waded in there. Man, I was driving those cattle out. I got up to my chest in that swamp. I was yelling, screaming, chasing cattle out. And as I was walking out, I thought, man, I did it. I wasn't scared. And I remember looking down all of a sudden, and there was the biggest, meanest, ugliest cottonmouth right between my legs. And I don't know what happened. I really don't. I guess I was a little boy. Man, I lost it. I come tearing out of that water, and I was headed, one of the guys said, I was headed right for one of those aluminum barbed wire fences. I mean, I was headed right for it. And as I was hysterical. I just lost it. I was terrified. I mean, I used to, we would make the snakes mad and get them to chase us. Those are the games we had as kids. But you can tell I'm not from around here. But I lost it. And my dad was a big man. He was a fast man. He was strong. And he comes tearing across that field. And he cut me off at the pass, and he grabbed me by the shoulders, and he turned me around, and I was just screaming. And I'll never forget, he had me by the shoulders. He said, "Look at me. Look at me." And I was looking down. "No, look at me." And my dad, if he'd have jumped in that pond, all the snakes would have ran. And I remember looking up at him, and it was enough. It didn't even matter if the snake still had a hold of my leg. It was enough. Because whatever was going to come and get me was going to get in a world of hurt by this big guy that had a hold of me. Look at me. Lord, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. Look at me. Lord, I'm afraid. Look at me. Lord, I fail. Look at me. Look at me. And it's enough. Probably my most frequent prayer in the night watch, when I can't sleep, to get out of bed, get on my knees, have this window. I don't know why, I just like opening it up, looking out that window. And the prayer that brings me the greatest consolation and peace is this. You know. You know. You know. He does. And He's the faithful Lord of glory.